Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Gym 66.
Like that.
Today we are talking about how to use MyFitnessPal and your Tdee to conquer the diet game.
So first things first, we'll cover MyFitnessPal. MyFitnessPal is an app on your phone which has a huge database of nutritional information of various foods.
It stores the calories in these foods, how much protein they've got, how many carbs they've got, how many fats, and loads of other things. So anything that you eat, you can scan, record and find out exactly what's in it. There are a number of things you can use MyFitnessPal for, from tracking your foods to setting goals or recording activity. We're going to now run you through the do's and don'ts of MyFitnessPal.
So firstly, and only, and the most important thing to do on MyFitnessPal is to scan your foods correctly.
By scanning everything you eat throughout the day, you'll build up a food diary and know exactly what you've eaten and what's in what you've eaten.
Just make sure when scanning your foods, you scan the barcode on the packet of food or whatever it is you're eating. Do not just search randomly in the search bar what you're eating, because it might not come up with the correct nutritional information.
Just putting in 2 slices of bread for breakfast. There's hundreds of different brands and types of bread in the world, and MyFitnessPal will likely give you 10, 20, 30 of those. The difference between the calories in one brand to the other, although it might be small just for your breakfast, if you're misjudging that every single meal of the day, by the end of the day you might have a completely different calorie total to what you've actually eaten from not scanning the exact food.
So now we're going to cover the don'ts. There's 2 don'ts. The first one is, do not set your calorie goal on MyFitnessPal, because when you start to change the options on MyFitnessPal, it will give you a ridiculous calorie target to hit. It might put you in anything up to 1,000 calorie deficit, which is madness. Okay, you are gonna give up on that within a couple of days.
The second thing not to use it for is tracking your exercise and the calories burned during that exercise. MyFitnessPal will link to any fitness watches you have, and it will pick up activity throughout the day that you do and give you that allowance back in food. So if your fitness watch has picked up that you've burnt 500 calories, it will start to add that on to your total amount of calories that you can eat for the day. As we said, we're not using MyFitnessPal to tell us how much we can eat, we're just using it to record what we eat. We're now going to go through the Tdee, which is our method and what we think is a much better option for determining how many calories you should eat a day.
Whenever you start a diet, you need to find out what your Tdee is. You can do this by going onto Google, typing in Tdee calculator and picking any one you like. Some might be different than others, but you're going to get an estimate number that you can start your diet from.
The Tdee calculator will take your gender, your age, your height, your weight, and your daily activity. Punch all that in, honestly and correctly, and it will give you a number. That number is the total amount of calories you burn day to day. In other words, that number is the total amount of calories you'd need to eat to stay the same weight. This is our starting point for any diet.
From there, you are going to take 10 to 15% off that number if you want to lose weight, or 10 to 15% more if you want to add weight.
This is when we combine both Tdee and MyFitnessPal. For example, I want to lose weight, I work out my Tdee, I'm minus 15%. That new number is now my calorie goal day to day, irrespective of what activity I do. We use MyFitnessPal to track our foods so we can eat to hit that goal.
If you want to see that calorie target goal on MyFitnessPal, you can go into MyFitnessPal and you can type in that number, so that day to day you will see your calorie target plus what you've eaten and what you have remaining for the day. Mentally, that's quite good. It helps Frank out with his maths to know what he's got left for the day.
So to finish up, remember, MyFitnessPal Great for tracking what you eat and finding out what's in foods. Not so good for setting your calorie goal. Use Tdee for that. Combine the two and you are well on your way to achieving your goal.